Let's make this sun-dried tomato and Kalamata olive sourdough loaf. I started by taking some active sourdough starter, some warm water, mixing that up, and then adding in my unbleached bread flour and salt. I mix that all together until I get a shaggy dough, and I cover and wait 1 hour. During that time, I prep my inclusions. I'm going to chop up some sun-dried tomatoes and some pitted Kalamata olives. During my second set of stretch and folds, I'm going to add those inclusions in, along with some mozzarella cheese, and I added some dried minced onions as well. Every time I add those inclusions, I quarter turn my bowl, stretch up, and fold the dough over, creating another layer. I do this on all 4 sides, and then I flip the dough ball over in the bowl so the top is nice and smooth. Just like that. I cover and let that rest for 30 minutes, and now we're on our third set of stretch and folds. To keep from making a mess, I'm doing coil folds, so I'm grabbing the dough in the middle, pulling it up, and then letting it fall back down. I cover and let that bulk ferment. This one took about 8 hours, and now we're ready to shape. I do notice when I add inclusions during my stretch and folds, my dough does not double in size or get as big as it normally does. But the dough was bubbly and jiggly, so I decided to shape. I start with my pre-shape here, just getting some tension in the top of my dough. I let that rest for about 15 minutes, and then I flip it over and do my shaping. I stretch my dough out, bring the top to the middle, and then the bottom I fold on top of that. Then I roll that up into a log very carefully, trying not to pop a lot of the bubbles in our dough. That dough goes smooth side down into our banneton basket. I stitch it up just so it doesn't come apart. I cover that, and this goes into the fridge overnight. Now it's the next day, and I preheated my oven with my Dutch oven inside to 450 degrees, put my dough in there, and scored it right down the middle. I baked for 30 minutes covered and 15 minutes uncovered. I wish you guys could smell how amazing this loaf is. If you're not already, make sure you're following me, and I'll see you in my next one.